The Talking Leeds podcast, match reaction with Aaron Marshall and Gerry McNamee.
Hello and welcome to Talking Leeds Match Reaction with myself, Arron Marshall, and as always, Mr. Gerry McNamee, and we are reflecting on Leeds United 3, Nottingham Forest 1 under the lights at Arron Road on Friday evening. We were waiting, weren't we, Joe, just to see how results would pen out this weekend for us, but let's start with Leeds first of all. An impressive win under the lights, as I said, Gerry.
Yeah, well, other results can't because I'm watching Sri Lanka, Ireland above me here. We need 76 runs from 43 balls to beat Sri Lanka. Anyway, that is an aside. Yeah, it was a great win, a fantastic performance under the lights, under the rain. Thank God the sunshine today because it's not stopped raining for ages, and we were so impressive. There's nothing we can do about other results. We sort of expected West Ham to win that game yesterday. Palace surprising. We're drawing Brighton in. We're leveling points with Spurs. Everybody else around that I speak to going, well, Leeds aren't in any trouble. We know better than that, but we're people are chasing us. West Ham are 6 points behind. They have a tricky game. We have 3 tricky games coming up against Chelsea, Villa away, and Man City at home. And then our run isn't too bad. It's unfortunate those 3 games come together like that. But as we said in November, we thought we were going to get 0 points, and we've lost 2 games since November. So I think we've got every right to be optimistic but cautious. And other teams above us in free fall, I think Brighton have had 1 win in 11, something like that. Palace have been in free fall. Spurs are a nightmare. And Forest, didn't see anything to impress me. Forest, they looked awful. So we can only do what we can do. And if we're still, by the end of this month, 3-4 points ahead of West Ham, that's not bad because we as we were saying off air, 40 points mightn't be enough. We might need more than that. But 3 or 4 wins should see us home, and we've got winnable games at home, and we know that we've got goals in us, and we're playing all right. So I'm cautiously optimistic and feeling better after that win. A great game under the lights, great Arron Road at its finest.
It was, wasn't it? The atmosphere is fantastic as well, and Leeds, they're really impressive on these evening kickoffs, aren't they? I think Everton. Who else would beat? We've pretty much all the evening kickoffs would beat.
21 unbeaten, 18 wins under the lights. I didn't realize it was that good. Yeah, and I thought we were jinxing it the other night, but yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah,
and 3 good goals as well. Bogles as well for the first. I thought that was lovely. And Gruev for me, Gerry, game of the season for him. I think that's probably the best performance I've seen him in a Leeds. And that's strong. That comparing that he did well a couple of years ago in Norwich against Norwich in the playoffs. I thought it was superb then. But for me, Gruev was superb on Friday evening.
He was man of the match. Yeah, definitely because. I think we probably said it here the other night. We thought Longstaff will come in now because Gruev, the game bypassed him against Arsenal, which it bypassed most people anyway. And we thought, surprised. Well, Bijal didn't come back in. Gruev's in, and I thought, that's a tricky one. And he 2 assists, and that this is the guy who's the water carrier, just pass side to side and defensively doesn't do anything. That wasn't just a hoof forward. That was a measured ball. I must admit, first thing when that ball went into that, I looked at the linesman.
Yes, we all did.
Yeah, and I think, I don't believe it's a goal till we kick off. I think that's what VAR does to you. But great finish by Bogle, who's back to his best. And then the goal, the second assist. I mean, I've never seen a diving chest before. I've seen a diving header. I've seen diving kick. I've seen a scorpion kick we saw last week, Spurs, but never. Absolutely brilliant. And Okafor, again, another player who's disappointed. He's been okay, but inconsistent and drifting out of games. I thought he was excellent. I think it was Justin's shot was blocked and he was there to put it in. But the thing that impressed me about it, there was 2 instances in the first half where he won 2 balls in just outside our penalty box, and he battled and he dived in and he won it and got it. And if you got that from your players, then you're okay. And Forest he's can sod off trying to play in our minds and turn us around and play towards the cup. Apparently, the last time someone did that was Stoke, and we beat them 6-0. So they can feck off with that. Even I was at 3-0. I was frantic at 3-1, and Ampadu. That's the moment he decided to do a risky backward header or header back to the keeper. But talking about people who were a bit criticism, Darlow, brilliant. Made that save in the first half, would have made a difference. And I think he made it. Did he make? It was another save, I think, as well. I don't think he had much chance with the goal. Ruev, as we mentioned, Okafor. I thought when Longstaff came on, he's still a bit off the pace, but again, we have a very strong bench. And Dan James back, and he had a couple of chances. But Calvert-Lewin, he's 10 goals, and he's having a fantastic season. Who's to say he's not going to get another 5 or 6 more? And he leads the line. So, and even little Brendan, I thought early on he got battered a bit, and for the first time he did, but he was for the first time the pitch was cutting up. Brendan was filthy, muddy shirt. The little fecker was putting it about. It really was.
He was working hard, wasn't he? He was, and he deserves it. Do you know? From where he was, what 3-4 months ago, whatever it was, and you just think of how much he's come on. It's superb, and the fans love him. I think he's fantastic. He's one of our best players, is Brendy, and long may it continue, because you know what, he's had some crap this season, hasn't he? We've been on to his backs, but you know what, he's turned up and he's changed it up. And
sorry. I was going to say, if we're looking at. Oh, sorry, Darren, Aaron, Mick, Eric,
Bob, Mary, whatever. What were you going to say, Jerry?
No, I can't. I was going to say, well, if we're going to be ruthless about transfer policy, we might get our money back on Brendan someday. He's looking like a £20+ million player at the moment.
Oh, I'd double that, Jerry. It's 45 million quid. What are you on about? It's
Premier League player, huh?
Yes. And Seb Bornau come on as well. He came on towards the last knockings there, but I can't really complain, Jerry, at this, because I thought the level of performance was fantastic. I was worried with Forest coming to our because I know they've been unbeaten in 2 under Dyche away from home, and they didn't look threatening at all. To be honest, they looked poor. All they could do, which I'll give them credit for, is just pass it around at the back. That was about it, and they just offered nothing else.
They were missing Nico Williams after that superb handball last week, and I think a couple of their defenders. But all the money they've spent, and there was a little spell middle of the first half. I thought, they're getting a hold of this, and our passing got a little bit sloppy, very very small bit. I thought Goodmanson going forward, he had Dominguez on a plate, although a couple of times Goodmanson does this. He gets a bit sloppy at the back, but it's only nitpicking. I thought that basically Forest put out the white flag when they took off Gibbs White, because he always looks dangerous. I think it might have been him that had that shot in the first half. And they brought on the 6'7" Italian. To call him Pizza Crouch, I think somebody described him as. And he was, but I was so nervous. I thought if they get another one back here, we're in trouble. That's the Leeds angst we always talk about. But looking back on it, we were never in trouble. And again, we worried about transfers this week, but somebody posted a picture of our team, and it's our team. I think 84 million quid is what we've paid roughly for our team, and half of that is Brendan. And who's the other one? Somebody who's worth. It might have been
Okafor.
Okafor, it was Okafor. And our midfield 6, 7, 8 millions. Gruev, he's not always brilliant, but most times than not, I think his stats this week were incredible. And he's getting better. He's a player thinking you can't drop me, and having the likes of Tanaka and Willie on the bench and everything else to come on is tantamount to our transfer policy. And as I say, you look at players that there's a list of players, strikers who've 40, 50 million plus spent on them, and I think the guy at Man United from Brentford is the only one that's scored as many goals as Calvert-Lewin. So it's pretty impressive, the whole thing. We just got to make sure that we don't, injuries and suspensions could catch up on us, but we're okay. And interesting, Buonanotte not even in the squad.
No, it wasn't.
That's an interesting one. I think Fark said something about he's got to earn it in training and stuff. And I did hear a rumor there was a comment somewhere on social media from Buonanotte about not being picked. I've not seen it and not heard, but whether that's true or not. Oh, Ireland have just lost a wicket. Never mind. Yeah, still doable. Only 3 wickets down. Anyway, happy. We've beaten bigger teams than that before. England struggled against Nepal this morning, and Nepal, it's a big mountain to climb against them. That's my favourite joke of the week. But yeah, all in all, great performance, great bucket and rain, pitch cut up, and players covered in mud, sliding in, worked their socks off, and beat a relegation rival who, let's not forget, held Arsenal to a draw only a few weeks ago. And as you say, on a 4-match unbeaten run. I know, talking to the Forest fans, I know they hate Dyche and want him to go, and they don't like his style of football. And I can sort of see why, but that's their problem, not ours. So our job now is to get as many teams in between us and West Ham. We got Forest there. We're level on points with Spurs, 2 points behind Brighton, 3 points behind Palace. Other teams above them are sort of hovering a bit. And if we can get anything out of these next 3 games, I think, if we somehow could scrape 3 points somewhere along, 2-3 points out of these next 3, that keeps us going.
Yeah, just looking at the table in front of me, Jerry. Wolves obviously down. They're gone.
Yeah,
Burnley obviously lost to West Ham this weekend. That was a bit of a disappointing one, but they've now gone there. West Ham are 3 points behind Forest, as you said, and then there's us, Spurs, Brighton, Palace. I look all the way up, Jerry, and I'm looking at Fulham, who are sitting in 10th on 34, 5 points. Yeah. We're 5 behind them, but if they go on a bit of a losing streak here, they could be really dragged into it. And I think Sunderland 30, I think they will just carry that momentum. I think they're fine.
Yeah, they've just got enough.
They've just got enough for there, haven't they?
Yeah, and I think like Sunderland is, by the time we play them, I think that they've done enough, and fair play to them. You have to give it to them how good they've been, or they got the points on the board. But I think they'll be on a downward track now. They might struggle next season, but that's next season. But I think when we play them, it's not a bad time to play them. And I'm looking at teams, not a bad time to play them category. And Villa are on a great run. Now they're on a bit of a rickety one. Did the draw yesterday, I think, against Bournemouth.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And they lost a couple of home games. So, yeah, it's just about timing, isn't it? It's about when you play teams. We played Liverpool at a good time. Now they've gone on an amazing run as well. I'm not sure how they're doing against Man City at the moment. I think that's kicked off about 20 minutes ago.
0-0, that one.
0-0. So, if we just block out the noise from around us, which is impossible, and we just look at the games that's left and think, can we get 3 wins, 4 draws? Can we do that? And it's very doable, very, very doable. 51 runs needed off 30 balls. Oh, that's doable, isn't it? That's doable. Yes.
You're right, but I genuinely don't think 40 points is going to be enough this season. I think you're going to need a little bit more because, you look at West Ham, they are in form, they're trying to turn it around, and they are. I think 30, I think Fark said, didn't he, before the game, that we needed 4 more wins. I think we're looking at maybe 5 or 6, if I'm being honest.
I think so.
Yeah. I think it's going to be tight.
Oh, we will. Let's make sure. Yeah, well, look at our home games to come. Burnley, Wolves, Sunderland. We got Brighton at home as well. They're games you pinpoint. And there's going to be concertina where it gets tight and it spreads out. But we still, again, if we come out on, I think West Ham might play Wednesday night, we play Tuesday. If we're still at 6 points clear, that's fine. Wolves, you never know, get something off. And then next weekend, I'm not sure who West Ham play next weekend, but we probably shouldn't be too worried about them. But
I can tell you, West Ham have got Manchester United. Then they're in the cup away at
Of course,
Burton.
it's the cup. Yeah,
Cup.
of course.
And then they've got Bournemouth at home, and then they've got some tricky games. They've got Liverpool, City, Villa, all to come as well. Arsenal, Newcastle. They've all got some tough games, but
and with a group of 6 clubs in there, everybody's going to be taking points off everybody else. You automatically think, oh, West Ham only need 2 wins, but and I know they're on a run, but when you're down there, getting 2 wins in a row is difficult. So West Ham, they can't keep going like this. Fair play to Somerville. It's a bit of a pain, but he's 5 goals in 5 games. He's
turned it round.
Stop doing
little
it.
bugger. Yeah. But yeah, it's good. I think it's going to be really tight, if I'm being honest. Down there.
But we're on the right end of the argument. We're not looking up. We're not, fighting to get a team in front of us catch up. We're being chased, and we're showing enough good form within that to be picking. The points just keep ticking over. And the games keep
running out. The games keep running out.
Yeah, the game I keep looking at the Newcastle game. I look at them yesterday, and that's one that got away. But when you look at the points that got away and the ones that and I think we're highest to losing points from a leading position. But if you think about it, there's a lot of games. Everton last minute, Brentford was a late goal, Liverpool was last minute. It all balances itself out, and I think it's probably 2 points either that we maybe should be ahead given all that. But I think everybody, the fans are happy. I think if we'd lost that and Calvert-Lewin got injured, it's a whole different narrative we have when people are getting annoyed. But it was a happy night. Really,
it was
really happy night. And when the Forest fans did nothing, did they? They just knew.
As the cop was saying, it's a very long way to Derby when you're not very good.
My favourite bit of the night was, because you remember when Calvert-Lewin hit the crossbar, as you're not mentioned, and the Forest fans going, whoa, whoa, when the ball hits the line and goes out. So every time they showed the Leeds goal on the screen, the Leeds fans were doing the build up and Ray. And that made me laugh. That was karma in a whole bottle, really was.
And as Mr. Whitesnake says, in this league, any team on any day can win, lose, or draw. So anything can happen. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Mr. Whitesnake.
There you go. I think Mr. Whitesnake, if I remember, is New Zealand. I think.
Yeah, because he just said morning.
It's New Zealand based. So
if I can think of a White Snake song now, I'd put a pun. Like I'm not really into heavy rock, so I don't really know. Give me a song that White Snake did.
Chelsea then on a midweek for us this week, and then we've got the Cup, Gerry against Birmingham, and then back into league action. I think you're right though. You look at those next 3 games for Leeds. They've got Chelsea away, Villa away, and then City at home. If Leeds can come out with 6 points clear at the end of those 3. We'll be happy with that, won't we, really?
Yeah. Cole Palmer got a first half hat-trick yesterday, didn't he? Although they only won 3-1 in the end, didn't they? Against Wolves.
It should have been. Yeah, it should have been more. It's going to be a tough one though, Chelsea, isn't it? On Tuesday,
always tough down there. But the last couple of times we've been there in the cup, they had a good extra time. And I remember the time before like that, then they got a last-minute penalty, which was dodgy.
Yeah,
and I think the other time they only beat us 1-0. So it's. Here we go again. Yeah, that's right. I got tickets for a Whitesnake concert, 2 tickets, but my friend can't go, so here I go again on my own. That was the joke. Yes. Anyway, that's bad.
You've just got him.
I should have just left that one alone. What were we saying? Yeah, we got Chelsea. Tricky course. We got history with them and everything else, the whole story. But they can be erratic at times, and. Liam Senior, he is David Brent, isn't he? With the stuff he comes out with, he really is, and he's trying too hard to be clever. I'm not sure he needs to wear glasses. I think all the cleverest people wear glasses, but he's certainly Chelsea are always one game away from a crisis, so why not do them? So I'll be travelling down that train from Stanmore into the heart of the city, and Yeah, be without the other Leeds fans. Next week, I'm cheating. Next week, I'm watching the Birmingham game from a bar in Spain. So
you do right, Jerry.
A Leeds bar. So it's only the third game missed this year. Ironically, or coincidentally, all 3 games have been for teams beginning with B: Brighton, Brentford, and Birmingham. So I think we'll see it. We'll see probably the same Derby type team that we put out against Derby. One player we did mention as well. He I think he got man of the match on Sky. James Justin. 10 million for a guy who's cropped, and Leicester fans saying he's past it. He has been superb this year. He's just he is quality player, a real bargain, and he's just slotted in perfectly. Leicester 6 points. 6 points. Is that all? There's a good theory, as somebody told me, that any more point I think they finished 7 points ahead of us when we failed to get promotion. So if they'd been docked more than 6, say 8, there was grounds there for, say, Leeds to sue the league because we lost out because of the points deduction. They reckon that could be it, because the Premier League were pushing for 20 points. So I think Karma comes back, and somebody posted, was it Lewis Dayton? I saw posted on Twitter, I think 5 minutes of Leeds fans and players in their big moment of celebration getting promotion. And all they sang about was Leeds and Leeds falling apart, and I predict a riot. I must admit, when I was down in Plymouth last year when we got promoted, and when we beat Stoke at home in all those games, I don't think we were singing about anybody else, were we? So, and Ipswich did the same. I've said this a few times, and that really just, and they were standing on the bridge. I keep saying this, but they're flags.
They were. We saw it as well from them.
I wouldn't care. I remember when we got promoted, I didn't care who got played on. It didn't bother me in the slightest if somebody lost out that we were up against. And I just thought small team mentality, and I have no sympathy for them. I really don't. And it'd be funny if they went down. Really would. There's a few big ones down there. A few of them around the plug hole around there, West Brom as well. So,
they're struggling.
Speaking of Leicester,
I think what they should do is they should strip them of the title and give it to Ipswich there, because they were only a point behind them. So let Ipswich take that up for them, because
no, I don't want Ipswich to get good things either. No.
But you're right. Down that Championship, it's really tight down there. Leicester just outside of the bottom 3. Blackburn down there. West Brom down there as well. Portsmouth, Sheffield United, ex-Leeds, Leeds United B, we should really call them.
Yes, it's bad, isn't it?
It's crazy.
All those players. Well, Calvin, it's a drop from, but at least he'll play, because the 2 loans he went at West Ham and Ipswich were a bit of a disaster. I didn't realise he's 30. I feel old when I think Calvin's 30, but fair, I hope he does all right. I really do, and I hope Bamford and all the other Leeds players, Helder, Shackleton, Joe Rothwell, who was behind us in the stand on Friday night. I hope they do well. I've no. Sheffield and I were our rivals last year. They're nothing to us now, and I hope they do well. It's just mad. But Calvin needs time, and he needs to get. Needs to get out of that City contract and get playing for someone. I'm not sure he would have been able to fit into our team. It would have been nice to see him back. But one player who, speaking to my Middlesbrough correspondents, described Luke Ayling as Maldini. And he's absolutely playing out of his skin, and they love him. And why not? And I said, is he still doing his getting his fouls? And they said, oh yes, he still is. So Luke Ayling is the man. Yeah. He is. So,
I hope of the ones which are down there in the Championship, if Leeds do stay, we look at which potentially come up. Coventry have really fallen apart. Middlesbrough will top tomorrow if they beat Sheffield United. I generally do think it'll be Middlesbrough and Ipswich. Can see Coventry falling down into the playoffs there. But you look at those which come up, you just think, well, actually, it doesn't matter who comes up. Because
Hull, Millwall yesterday, they beat Wrexham, but I think the moment of the weekend, never mind us winning or big games in rugby and cricket, there was a squirrel on the pitch at Hull yesterday. Did you see that?
You did, yeah.
Squirrel stopped play.
Yeah.
Couldn't catch him. And I thought, yes, this animals on pitches, you don't see it anymore. mean, it used to be stray dogs and stuff. Well, a stray dog once ran into a goalkeeper. I think it kept Burnley in the league because it delayed the game. The goalkeeper got injured. It's mad stuff. But stray dogs, there's a dog that knocked the ball off a line once. I remember running across the pitch. There's all sorts. So a squirrel, fair play to him. And I think Hull have signed him up as a free agent. I don't know. Which is nuts. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, game day 25 done with 13 to go, Gerry. So go on then. How many wins do we need? Did you say 4?
Yeah, I think 4. It depends on draws. 4 wins, 3 draws. That's 15 points. Gets us to 43. So we mightn't even need that. Yeah, 3 or 4 wins, 3 or 4 draws, and that's not bad coming into this part of the season. And teams are looking over their shoulder at us. We are one of the form teams at the moment. You know, compared to some of the others. You know, and I've got the. It's uncomfortable, but I'm cheering teams like Chelsea when they beat West Ham last week. I was hoping Man United did well yesterday against Spurs. I'm hoping they beat West Ham. So all logic like that goes out the window. You want best for Leeds. So if you have to do these unclean things, then you have to do. Yeah. So,
in the form team, Man United are top, Chelsea second, Bournemouth third, and West Ham are 4th in the form table.
That's the worry.
And that's the worry, isn't it?
Yeah, because when you saw them against Wolves a couple of months ago, you thought, well, they're dead, they're gone, the team's gone, the manager's probably gone, and they're going to battle for it. I'll look at geographical, what teams I want to stay up, and what's local, what's close. So Forest suits. I don't like going to London for games, so I'll be glad to see the back of West Ham. Burnley and Wolves are handier, but they're gone. So it's relegation is anyone from 5 or 6 at the moment, if you look at it like that.
It is. It's that final spot, isn't it? It's 18th. Us, Forest, Spurs, I think will pull away. Then you look up, don't you? Brighton, who were only 2 points behind us, and Palace, Newcastle, I think will just have a little bit too much, and Bournemouth and Fulham. So it's all to play for, isn't it? And it's going to be
the irony if Georgie gets relegated with Brighton, that would be funny, wouldn't it?
Would you take him back? Would you take him back?
Not so sure. You know, he projects his love for Leeds and everything. You're out the door the first chance you get. I don't blame you for that, but you know, stop with the silly sentimentality. We know you wanted to move on. You didn't want to play in the Championship for us, so fair enough. But I'm not sure. Would he fit in? I don't know. I'm not sure he'd fit into that team. It was funny. I was looking this day 3 years ago. We had that game at Old Trafford when we were 2-0 up and Scoobs was the manager, and I looked at the squad and many subs do we have? 20 players. I think there was only 2 or 3 of them are left. Shows you the turnover of players. And we had Weston McKennie and Tyler Albans playing for us. And so you realise that we were battling with a not a very strong deck of cards really. But now this squad, they're working hard. I like the way they graft. I like the way people have stepped in to the team when we've had injuries and everything else. Goalkeeper is still a worry, but I think Carl Darlow's, it's his shirt. And I don't think Perry is in Farke's plans. He might be a short. I saw a clip of Melier playing for.
Leeds? Yes, have you seen that? We're going to mention
Leeds under 21s, was it?
Yeah, my God, he was shocking. He's just clearly not bothered about doing anything now. He's just saving himself up for his nice move to the ship test.
I always think we had happy moments. I always remember that save he made at Leicester when we won 1-0. He clawed one out, and he had a good time. When he came in first, he had good times. I wave him off with all the best. His time at Leeds had run out, and good luck to him. So I don't, as I said, slagging him off just as he let one in. I don't. He's got to move on, and so good luck to him. But we need to. I think next season we need to spend 25 million plus on a goalkeeper. That's the
You
cost
do.
these days. Get Kevin Kelleher. That's who I'd get.
Yeah,
I know I'm
yeah.
biased, but he's been one of the top keepers this year. I thought we should have gone.
We were in for him, weren't we, in the summer?
Yeah,
we were in for
we're
him.
always in for players. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you're right. We do need to look at that. I think obviously with Melia, he looks as though he's off to Turkey, doesn't he? He's off to Besiktas by the sound of it. And again, he's just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy his time, and get a nice payout as well when he signs a new.
That's it. It's not bad. It's not a bad old business to be in, is it? You just sit out your contract, garden, and leave. And Ireland need 38 off 13 balls, 7 wickets down. I don't think we're going to be celebrating a famous Irish victory here, but never mind. It's good. It's good to be there. It's 2020 is good. Yeah, it's a bit noisy. Yeah. Oh, we've just hit a 4. No, we're not. Anyway, we don't talk about rugby either. That's a silly game. Gee, what a stupid game rugby is.
Jay, it was weird though because they put France Ireland, didn't they, on Thursday night? That was a bit weird.
Because of the Winter Olympics, which was a bit mad. Because the Winter Olympics will draw me in a bit. I was watching speed skating yesterday. My God, that's mad.
I've been watching curling.
Yeah,
fantastic. I love it. I'm into it.
There is some stuff that draw you in. Although the couple of bad things happened. The ice hockey's called off today because the pitch was frozen. That was one. And somebody set up a clay pitch and shoot next to the ski jump, and it was a bit of carnage there. But so that's been sorted. Yeah. Anyway. So we got a lot of sport to watch, but the rugby, Ireland, the always thing is we peak 18 months before the World Cup. Well, we've showed them, haven't we? We haven't peaked now. Yeah, we're going to peak at the time. I mean, England up against Wales was a bit of a... but the Scotland and Wales, Scotland and Italy, watch that game. Scotland shirts looked like somebody put a red shirt in a white wash because they were very pink. And there was one great moment, I don't know if you've seen it, that in a scrum, this big Scottish guy, his shorts were pulled round to his ankles, and it looked like 2 bald men were in the scrum. It was a big bare backside. We don't need to see that, do you? In a scrum. No. Anyway, we've gone off on a tangent as we normally do.
Absolutely. But that's what the world of sport does to you, doesn't it, Jerry? Because there's just so much of it.
It's too much on.
Yeah, there's good stuff. Right, we'll leave that there then, Jerry. So you're there on Tuesday night against Chelsea.
Yeah. It's a horrible place. You sort of got that much to look at from the stand. It's like looking through a pillar box. Horrible stadium. It is. But it's full of Cockneys, and we have to put up with that. But it'll be good. Fulham Broadway, here we come.
Now, when I was there, I watched the next tube station from there. I don't know where it was, but it was pitch black. I think we played them in December. A couple of years ago, we lost 3-2, and we just walked to the next tube station.
Yes, I think Earl's Court is a walk away, but it's probably quicker. That's probably what I'll do. If you walk to Earl's Court through the graveyard, it's better because you've missed a lot of the hassle. I used to live down near Fulham Broadway a long time ago, so back in the old manor in I. Yeah, that's the more West Country than Cockney. Anyway, there we go.
Good stuff. Right, enjoy, Jerry, and we'll catch up on Wednesday.
Come on.
All right, see you soon. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.